always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation. Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same... Yeah, I was done too.
I hope you're having a good day.
Lay it on me.
That a bad place for tourists these days.
Sauvages. Nice. The Astral Lounge got you down.
What's up?
Take it easy.
You looking to get zoned? Yeah, you know, dusted. If you weren't here to buy some Aurora... Really? You're just gonna blurt it out like that? Good God. Since it's obvious you're the rook that Delgado sent, I'm gonna save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously. Come on, give me a break. You're not exactly sending me a rook to handle a job this... Are you serious? You're just gonna completely blow me off like that. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
He has certainly earned quite a reputation. Neon is proof of it.
All right. I get the point. Let's just get this over with. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly. Some fancy name the brain-trusted Generdyne calls the room where all the power from the conduction grid is stored. Hey, don't look at me. I didn't build the damn thing. Hey. I'm talking about Generdyne's... all their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower. Beneath your feet. It's the lowest level of Neon. Generdyne and Xenofresh are down there, along with some of the finest cuisine in the city. Beneath your feet, genius. It's the lowest level of Neon. Generdyne and Xenofresh are down there, along with some of the finest cuisine in the city. I'm talking about Generdyne's main power plant for Neon. All their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower, but the... Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it. The elevator doesn't... Everything in the Crimson Fleet is... As in, I'm not going to give you the information to get your precious data unless you take this... I mean, I know I'm gorgeous, but you don't have to stand there and stare. That's because you're planning it for me as a favor. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brace and Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own. Yep, nepotism has its... Word on the street is that the Generdyne gig is the only one Benjamin could get for his younger brother. Let's just say that information can be just... But don't worry, I promised Delgado that when it came to the It might be wireless, but you aren't going to be able to use it from here, genius. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place. You should be asking what won't. The facility is closed to the general public, and not to mention the fact that there's gonna be all sorts of nasty security. Ryujin Cloud doesn't mean shit at Generdyne, so you're gonna have to deal with Komiko and potentially her boyfriend, Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate. Pretty laid-back club over in Ebside. Owner's name is Micah. She's young. The little Aurora Lounge she has tucked away in the building is the real gold mine. Bayou takes a cut of the profits, of course, but rumor says it's way less than he usually takes. No one knows why. Businesswoman. Tough as hull plating. She's the COO at Generdyne, and as for her relationships, well, but rumor has it that she's just using Bayou and having a little bit of fun on the side with Micah. If I were you, I wouldn't bother trying to appeal to her good. Nepotism gets him the job at Generdyne as their chief technician. Yet they obviously invented the position just to give them more on a salary. Frankly, I think he's such a screw-up. Benjamin Bayou stuck his ass in that facility. Not much to tell, really. Thanks to their nifty little conduction. Damn thing was supposed to be some kind of miracle invention, turning lightning into usable electricity. Neat trick. Only catch is that you need a planet like Voli where lightning strikes ding! If you said 0, you're absolutely correct. So Generdyne has been in dire financial straits for It's that hideous canopy over the center of the city that keeps the rich folks dry. Some folks around here call it the span. You can't miss it. Just loaning them credits? No, that's not how things work around here. The only reason they haven't folded is because they charge exorbitant fees for power. I'm talking 2 or 3 times what it costs in New Atlantis. Okay, now, on to round 2 of our little game. Guess who has a major stake in Generdyne and soaks up all that delicious profit? Not a single one. In fact, there are no legal alternatives for anything in this godforsaken city. The only thing people can do is deal with the bullshit and try to get on with their miserable lives. But let's get back to round 2 of our little game. Guess who has a major stake in Generdyne and soaks up all its delicious profit? Ooh, not even close. The answer you were looking for isn't... It's good old Benny Bayou. That son of a bitch has a finger in every single pie in the sorry excuse for a city. Generdyne's no different. How the hell do you think Brayson Bayou got the job down? Just grab that tech and plant the virus. We're still talking? Don't let Komiko push you around. She isn't as tough as she seems. You don't say.
That side's
Problem?
Another day.
Sorry, we aren't hiring at the moment. As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble. I've only been working here for a few years now, and well, the big boss is our CEO, Mr. Harada. She's my boss. She might be a bit tough on all of us, but being Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this. I think you may be right. I'd like to tell you. I really would. Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of the corrupt people around here spend half their lives terrified about being back. Something rotten is going on. Sure, no problem. It was great speaking with you.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions you why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
I suppose that is up. Yours now, eh?
Be sure you never find yourself on the wrong.
You? Yeah, you. You really going...
You good?
Here for a drink? A chimera, perhaps? You people should leave her alone. What do you want with her? Not that it's any of your business, but we're very close. We're in love. I refuse to let anything bad happen to her, no matter how much trouble she's gotten herself into. Yeah, sure. Tell me another one. You debt collectors are low-life assholes. She's broke, okay? Now get out of my club before I get really pissed off and have you thrown into the street.
I suspect I would enjoy the attempt much more than you would.
Come in and let your... You people should leave... No way. You're going to have to try better than that. You debt collectors are... Now get out of my club.
I suspect I would enjoy the attempt much more than you would.
If you're planning on... You people should... Bullshit. It is my business. You debt collect... Now get out of my...
I suspect I would enjoy the attempt much more than you would.
When I need the trash taken out, I call the... So unless you want to deal with... Oh my god. Look. The Crimson Fleet. Oh my, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I didn't mean anything by it, really. Sorry, I just... Well, I worry about her. Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her out. But, you know, I have a business to keep afloat. If you want to talk to her, you can find her in the members' lounge. Of course, access to the lounge is going to cost you. And I'm not changing my mind about that. Not only will you be able to experience the bartender down there as a personal... Excellent. Then here is your access key. Please let us know if anything in the lounge interferes with your comfort. Now sit back, relax, and unwind.
If you wish to relax with some Aurora, I have plenty available. Hello there. On behalf of... I'll be happy to provide whatever... Can I get you anything? Please, let me know if you'd like any Aurora.
Back off. No funny business.
Yeah. What do you want? Before you continue, if you're having a problem with your POW or a complaint about anything else... You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that. You're serious? Do you really think I'd risk... How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high-security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it. I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you found might end up on the next SSNN report. Okay, fair enough. A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. Instead, Bayu muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit Mr. Harada identity, or I'm gone. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, if that meant seducing Bayu to tip him off balance, then so be it. What do you think happened? Bayu started sticking his nose into Generdyne's business. In response, the CEO made a huge mistake by threatening to take his grievances to the FC. More than you can possibly imagine. Micah is the only person in this She doesn't want money, doesn't use me for influence or... And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayu is If you had to work with Grace, the man is still a totally incompetent fool, and he's running. The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayu's brother. It's like having a cut on your body, and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. What is this? I'm the COO of the company, second to the top, right under ours. So when you ask me what I do for Generdyne, the answer is nothing. The salary helps, of course, but at the end of the day, keeps them off the Freestar Collective's radar. They might actually step in if they discover that the same person controlling the city's regulations and bylaws. If you haven't figured it out by now, Benjamin has a stranglehold on the city. You can't take a piss without him charged. Try and get in his way, and then he uses Neon security to beat you senseless, or the Sioga Syndicate to make you disappear. Remember, we never talked. Got it?
You good?
Plenty of space. Don't forget to ask Q to see our special menu.
I was thinking about getting
Not
some
sure
work.
how much.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell. I am glad we are on this side of the glass, for a variety of reasons. I was just thinking about you. You will be lost.
styles may be and beginning a search pattern.
Technician Shibata, currently posted to Genodyne's R&D laboratory. Personal notation. I'd like to go on record about my feelings about Chief Technician Bayu. Though most of my fellow employees feel that he's underqualified and incompetent, I feel that they are underestimating him. I've spoken to Brayson at length, and I find him actually to be a kind and endearing person. I think that living in the shadow of his brother, Administrator Benjamin Bayu, has given him a bad name, and that's a shame. From what I can gather, he was placed in his current position against his own better judgment and asked to do the impossible. It's an unfortunate situation, but I will endeavor to get the rest of the technicians in the department to be more supportive.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. When you access the computer and the power core, it sends a notification to me here. I knew you were coming, I just didn't know when. No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him. You're kidding, right? He's the administrator of Neon. Oh, don't patronize me. I know I'm no prize winner myself, but at least I don't spend my days trying to screw everyone over. You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother. Like I wouldn't eventually find out. One advantage to being perceived as stupid, when I walk into a party, I'm instantly the I can't tell you the number of times I've overheard that my brother is spread. That wouldn't do any good. For every scheme he's gotten himself into, he has a bulletproof exit strategy. Man's virtually immortal. You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need. I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, I don't have the background for this electrical engineering stuff. Chief technician? Ben stuck me down here, expecting me to work miracles. He didn't stop for even a second to think of all I need is one breakthrough. One. And I could shove this. Holy crap. You might be right. I mean, it would take some time, but I bet I could figure it out. Huh. All this time I've been trying to develop something new, and it's been staring me in the face for years. Oh man, that is so like me. Thank you for giving me that kick in the ass I needed to get going. Because he's a two-faced son of a bitch, that's why. It's not like I should be surprised. When we were younger, we never got along very well. I mean, he's 11 years older than I am. We had 2 different mothers. Well, there's a reason for that. I never knew my actual mother. She was my father's mistress. And I was told Ben's mother, she didn't give a crap about me. And then there's Dad. So buried in the day-to-day. Yeah, I've tried. But I always hit a dead end. It's as though she was here one day and suddenly vanished the next. I wouldn't be at all surprised if my father had her killed to avoid public... Yeah, maybe. Or, look, I appreciate what you're trying to do. And that's why I gave you the encryption cipher. As usual, at first, he made me deputy administrator. That went well, until I wouldn't cooperate with Owen Dexler and all of his thugs at Neon Security. Then he had me work with Valentina over at Xenofresh, helping with Aurora distribution, until she pinned a credit skimming scam on me. And now, here I am. Thanks again for the talk. It really helped. Not done with me yet, huh? Feels good to be in control for a change.
Yeah?
Ah, there you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Generdyne's systems. Well, yes. You didn't think your little foray into all too well. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted. Because, like the majority of revenue... But more importantly than simply losing money, I don't like anything. And I'm a businessman, which means I know when to walk away from a deal. You want to know why? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts, how to get the deal done with finesse. No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business. That's what they tell me. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive. You don't have to worry about that. You point me to our little mole, and I'll do the rest. You don't even have to get your hands dirty. My dear friend, you couldn't possibly offer me enough money to offset the embarrassment that this has caused. I'm afraid you'll just have to reveal your source. Really? That's the story you're going with. Very well. There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head. So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards. You might want to move along. Neon Security is already searching. Ah, there you are. It's obvious you're here to meet. I assume that's... Oh, I will. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That's the last time. And I'm a businessman. It's because I don't negotiate with... No. For your kind... There. You see? All you know how to do is threaten Look, I'm not here to debate. All you have to do is tell me who's one of your own, I believe. Interesting. Well, unfortunately for Ms. Vincent, she won't be joining us for the rest of her life. So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the Key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards. Ah, there you are. It's obvious you're here to meet. I assume that's... Oh, I think you do. You know, I should give credit... That's the last... And I'm a businessman. It's because I don't No. It may seem that way, but for every... Look, I'm not here to... All you have to do is tell me who's... Brayson? Interesting. And here I thought my dear brother was simply a coward. Perhaps I've misjudged Brayson. No matter. I'll deal with him soon enough. So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the Key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards. Negotiations have ended. business has concluded.
That side's a bad place for tourists these days.
Madame. Sauvages. Nice. The Ast-
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? Man is priceless. Well, I was hoping we'd celebrate your... I was about to start partying early when Boone Morgan tipped me off that Bayou was on his way down with some... I'm pretty sure I missed him by less than a minute. Left a ton of good stuff behind, damn it. You're not the least bit concerned that he found the virus and figured out where we were meeting that quickly. Must be nice to be so naive. That might help you sleep at night, but doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Generdyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back. Well, a business partner of mine named Nyx was the author of... Then there's the folks I paid to keep an eye on Ayumi Komiko, a few of the guards at Generdyne. Like I said, honestly, I shouldn't be revealing my sources because that puts you on their radar as well. But hey, you asked. That's pretty cool of you to offer, but I know what he's gonna say.
Sorry, Estelle. This was your scheme. You're on your own.
Believe me, he's not gonna be much help. Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data on the grid. I appreciate that. I really do. Having each other's back is what makes the fleet stronger, you know? How much are you willing to part with? Well, it's a bit less than I was hoping for, but thanks all the same. At least you gave a crap enough to cut me in at all. All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. I've still got his back. And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you're one of us now. Lifeblood of the fleet. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, you send them to talk to me. Completely ruined? I was hoping it would stay on Generdine's mainframe for... Nix really knows what he's doing, though he charged me about 6 months worth of earnings. I hear things are heating up back at the Key, so I might fire. Rumor has it that Delgado has some solid info. If there's even a chance that it's true, I want to be there. Now, how did I know you were going to ask me that? Honestly, doesn't matter if I believe that Crix is... If the man thinks that chasing shadows is going to make us... I mean, I'm not going to jump off a cliff for him or anything, but hey. Just watch your ass. Benny isn't exactly going to be tickled that you've been talking to his brother. Aw, one last goodbye. Put in a good word to Delgado for me, will ya? Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bay. Can you believe the... So I've heard. Throwing Brayson under the bus like that. Well, I'm glad someone. Since Bayou flagged the virus, now I'm in a bit of a bind. How much... This is perfect. It will definitely help. All right, I guess we're done here. And hey, you won't be here in Rook. If anyone tries to tell you up... I hear things are heating up back at the Key, so I might fire up my bird and head over. Glad you're back. Can you believe? Yeah, I'm pretty much... Since Bayou flagged the virus, now I'm in a bit of a... I've been fleet for the last 5 years. Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what... Can you cut me in? Yeah, I know, and I wouldn't ask if I... How much... Wow, that's way more than... All right, And hey, if anyone tries to tell you... Tell Neva she still owes me a drink for our poker game. Isn't Delgado? Tell Neva she still owes me a drink for our poker game.
I hope you aren't here to cause any trouble. Au revoir.
Ebbside's a bad place for tourists these days. All area's gone to hell.
Talking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Hooray! You got the conduction gizmo. Are you ignoring me or something? Look around you. The only When I feel like you've earned it, I'll stop. Oh, that's hilarious. Now get your ass to the. Thanks for making me look good. I would have had to kill you otherwise.
There is no one I would... rather see right now.
You keep installing new cool things in there.
Too many missions, not enough time.
And you are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No, 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 no. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Nothing you need to worry about.
Stay in your own space lane and let Jazz do her damn job.
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC Systef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crixus' legacy home. I have a very reliable source at Mast. They were so concerned that the threat was real. Yeah. Oh my god. The only reason half the fleet's captains haven't scattered across the settled systems is because they're waiting for their part of the score. No money means no protection. No protection means we are done when C-Steph arrives. Simple enough for you? Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Key's databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the Legacy, and bring us the cash. Everything you'll need for ship repair and construction. If you have any questions about the modules, you better pray that isn't the case, because that means we are done. Of course there's a catch. What, you thought this would be easy?
After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption. So bring it back here right away. Because those Galbank ships were carrying so much money they didn't need... That would be a first. I have yet to see encrypted... I mean, the guy plugs his body directly into his mainframe. He eats, breathes, and shits numbers all day. Yeah? I sure hope so. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. The Crimson Fleet isn't really a fleet. It's an ideal. A principle that Crick sought to set up so that pirates didn't infight over scraps. Over time, that notion has been lost. Captains have been turning their backs on the fleet, doing jobs on the side, killing each other. Bringing Crix's legacy back to the fleet would be like validating. Of course, it wouldn't exactly hurt to have all that extra money. You've met some of them already. Mathis Castillo, Yevgeny Rokov, Juan Dayu, Estelle Vincent, and Adler Kemp. They might feel like independents to you, but each one of them, I am sending word out to every able-bodied captain that they are needed. We'll see how many answer the call. The toughest nut to crack is if UC Sistef brings in the Vigilance. That Commander Ikande has himself a hell of a ship there. Advanced shield, if we hope to stand a chance against it, we need those defensive batteries, and Crix's legacy. Come back with Crix's legacy, or don't come back at all. Shouldn't you be Get moving before it's too late.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make the... There are 3 defensive batteries. Basically high-powered military space turrets, triangulated around the key. They were part of the UC's original defenses for the station. Pretty effective, too. Can put some serious hurt on enemy spacecraft. The good news is that the batteries have an incredibly wide field of coverage, so they can pick off ships trying to reach the key from any vector. The bad news is that they're 100-year-old tech. They keep... There are 3 defensive batteries, basically high-powered military space turrets, triangulated around the key. They were part of the UC's original defenses for the station. Pretty effective, too. Can put some serious hurt on enemy spacecraft. The good news is that the batteries have an incredibly wide field of coverage, so they can pick off ships trying to reach the key from any vector. The bad news is that they're 100... Well, you already know that the conduction grid does a pretty nifty trick. It absorbs extreme voltage and... The version for your ship can still absorb incoming electrical energy. Like, say, the EM fields. Instead, it just scatters the EM. As a nice side effect, I'm betting the module will make your ship somewhat EM web. The comm spike traces and decrypts coded signals. As long as you have the that file you lifted from the Galbank archives all you have to do is get within the vicinity of Bannock 4, and the comm spike will automatically point you. Not a problem. Conduction grid data is all set. Oh. I need to get those defensive batteries. Not a problem. I bet you would.
Vessel ID acknowledged. Port 1 cleared for docking. Welcome home to the Vigilance.
And we're docked.
Excuse me.
I heard we might see some action soon.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange it briefly. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Anything new to report? Anything you can tell us would be... Damn it. I was afraid of that. I'll warn our ships to use looser formations. Hopefully Durand isn't as clever as she thinks she is, or you can help us take the batteries down when the attack begins. Was that all? Yeah, I heard they even sent word to some of the contacts you met. They're writing an awful lot of checks they can't cover without Crix's legacy, but we'll be ready for them. Anything else? Okay, well, if anything else springs to mind before you leave, please let me know. Even as long ago as the Narian War, Galbank used an extremely potent level of encryption on their current. Unfortunately, the unlocked ciphers are lost to time. However, if you... Don't worry, I'm sure some of the techs at MAST will be able to work with whatever you bring to reverse the... Excellent. Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Free Star Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. Anything else? Understood. Keep sir. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Because the things you're asking are private. Look, I like to keep my attachment. In my line of work, if you make friends, you event. Okay. But don't say I didn't warn you. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? Oh, come on. Oh, does it now? Was I giving off? I grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized, a year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and... Hell no. I made enough money to buy my own apartment. I'd even send pictures of the place to my folks to rub it in. That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life. Earning way more. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this... Very funny. Let's just say the years after my time in the Well were... Look, the point is that I felt you deserved... Yeah. I think... Besides, my... You're welcome. Well, I think you've had enough for now. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a citation for loitering. We'll be here if you need us. Remember to turn in any evidence. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
There you are. Where have you been? We're about to pull the trigger on the largest scale operation. All of our ships, personnel, and resources have been waiting for your report. So you'll have to forgive me for being so... Don't mistake what you're doing as some sort of heroic gesture. We're all risking our lives here. I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Crix's legacy. Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key. Thanks to your evidence, we are finally able to convince them to task us the necessary resources. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crix system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever. I'm pretty sure you're joking. But just in case you're fishing for what I'd say, that money doesn't belong to you, or the Crimson Fleet, or even UCC staff. It was for war, allowing Delgado to get Crix's legacy, or keeping it for you. I've always known that when it came down to it, you'd do the right thing. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck. The evidence you've been bringing to Lieutenant Toft has been instrumental in convincing... They've sent us support ships, extra troops. To put it simply, it wasn't. During the end of the Narion War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers, even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are. After the money is turned over to Mast, I'm certain arrangements will be... All my hopes go with you. Good luck.
Has something on your mind? This is your moment. I know you can do this.
How can I help? It's time to dig deep and get the job done.
Howdy. See all that chest candy on Commander Ikande? That means he's seen some shit.
Like fools when we take them. The fleet call us sharks. They know what happens with us.
Cis-Def Marines are the best.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
It's good to be on the boat. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
The Great Serpent favors me to have put you in my path. I have sharpened the blade for this. My day is suddenly much improved. How about that? Indeed I do. I will be here for you, as always.
Oh, pardon me.
Warning, an emergency lockdown has been attacked.
The damage done here certainly indicates we are not the first to find the ship.
Crew recording initiated.
Alright, the system should be all set up. Just shout out when you want the computer to record. Should work for everyone.
Okay, fine. Now, give me the bad news.
The bad news is that our engines and grav drive are destroyed, and we're drifting toward Bannock 4.
Wait, doesn't that put us smack into Bannock's EM field? We hit that! Every circuit on this ship will overload!
Easy, Simmons. What's easy about it? Huh? She's right. We end up in that electromagnetic radiation, and we're dead.
Hey, there's no need to talk like that. It's Simmons' first time out. Can't you see she's scared?
Yeah, Bakara, pipe down. You aren't helping.
Everyone stop. Right now, we all need to take a breath. We're in bad shape, but I need everyone alert and level-headed so we can figure a way out of this mess. Osterholt, you're my engineer. Give me options.
We don't have any options. Kellner and I need to work on a shielding solution. Fixing the propulsion isn't even on the table.
Fine. You two get on it. Simmons and Bakara, I want you to walk the ship and give me a full damage report. Mayfield, see if you can help Aguilar with that arm injury. Let's move out, people. Crew recording terminated.
recording initiated.
All right, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we
If
stretch
nothing
things
else,
out
the cold
and
here
cut our
provides an
rations in
excuse
half,
to run up together later.
I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
How do I do it, Kelner? How do I tell everyone?
Everything here
We're all
appears
going to
sound.
die.
The crew must
don't
have
have to.
remained trapped for
Everyone
some time.
knows. They're all
An
making peace
unenviable
with it.
fate.
Bakara and Osterholt knew. They simply chose to handle it by giving up early and taking their own lives.
Look at all that money down there. Millions of credits. Completely worthless. With all of that, I could buy another ship. Fly us all out of here. I wonder if Galbank will even bother to send word to my family. To any of our families.
Captain, listen. You're not at fault for what happened. Those ships came out of nowhere. The fact that we've lived this long is a gift. A miracle.
Which means we should enjoy every second of the time that remains. Right, Crewman Kellner?
My thoughts exactly, Captain.
Come closer. I need you to hold me.
Crew recording terminated. Crew recording initiated.
It's day 20 since supplies dried up. And here I am, staring at an empty poker table. Our last game. After Simmons passed, we kept trying to get together at least once a day for a game. To keep our minds off of things. Kellner and Leong were the next ones to, step away. They wanted to be together at the end. Then it was just Mayfield. We played for hours. Now I'm alone. I just wanted to, leave this recording for anyone that finds the legacy trapped above Bannock 4. That's all. For now. Going to deal myself a few hands and call it a day. I miss you, Trembly. And I'll be joining you soon.
Best
TV
not to leave
Legacy.
anything useful
Signing off.
behind.
Crew recording terminated. Crew recording initiated.
I just wanted you to know I placed a commendation in your record, Aguilar. Really? Why would you? Ah! Take it easy, Doc. I like to keep the arm, you know?
Sorry. This field dressing's the best you're gonna get away from a hospital. Captain's right, though. You saved our asses, big time.
You're the reason that we're having this conversation right now. That was a hell of a shot you made during the battle. This isn't necessary, Captain. I was only doing my part to keep us alive.
Oh my God, Aguilar, take the compliment already. They had us on the ropes, shields down, engines down, escorts destroyed, then you hop on the one lousy gun we have on this crate.
I'm not some kind of hero. We were just lucky, okay? Listen, I know losing Trembly back there was hard, and that both of you were very close. But we have to move on and survive.
That's easy for you to say. You still have Kellner. Everyone knows the two of you are together.
Aguilar.
You want to know the truth? Fine. Yes, we're together. But that's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I've lost 4 of my crew, and I'm trying to keep the rest of us alive and in good spirits while I figure a way out of this mess. So I'm sorry if I've offended you. Hope the arm feels better.
Captain, come back.
Not good, Aguilar. Not good at all.
Damn it. Crew recording terminated.
Warning, vault access requires an authorized transfer module. Vault access approved. Please stand clear of the door.
I've seen tanks like this traded by smugglers, but never one that is functional. This must be decades old.
Did they have anything of value?
Hopefully they amount to something. hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. Nothing there now. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Crew recording initiated.
Well, now, let's see. Another day's gone by. It's been now 6 weeks. Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house. All that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless. This is a nightmare. Worst kind of prison imaginable. I'd trade every last credit of it away to be back in New Atlantis, running with the Scar. Start my life over again. But enough dreaming. I've got to face the inevitable. This is where I'm spending my final days. Hopefully, someone with at least half a brain will follow in my footsteps and bring the score home to the Crimson Fleet. If anyone finds this message, tell Issa that I don't blame her for what she's done. Most important, tell her to keep the fleet strong.
Crew recording terminated. External communication detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Melant. Are you there, Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can read you.
Jasper Creeks. You're still alive? You always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week, tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my comms. Did I just hear Jasper Creeks the Great admit that he was panicking about something?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
You know what? I think I'm going to pass. Right before you left, remember how you temporarily placed me in charge of the fleet? Well, right then I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your sheeting plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy. Just in case. Yet, look at you now. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it through the storm.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I thought I was clear. I'm in charge. You're dead. Well, I won't tell everyone that. I'll spin some story about you running off into the sunset with loot in hand. Oh, very romantic. The fleet will eat it up.
You don't care about the credits? Isn't that what this is all about? Fleet is family, remember? If we can't depend on each other, then what the fuck is the point?
You idiot. Don't you get it? Boarding the Legacy is a one-way journey. The technology simply doesn't exist to pull off your stupid eyes. And don't quote me the fleet's motto. I listened to that bullshit for years while you made deals and cut me out of them. You call that family? You know what? I'm glad you're alive. It's given me a chance to say goodbye. So, goodbye? There. All done.
Issa? Issa? Are you still there? Answer me.
Crew recording terminated. Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch! Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here, I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the Legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. And she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
Crew recording terminated.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
Are you quite sure you don't want to hold on to that? Hello, love. Goodbye, dearest.
The ship can no longer counter the
something, dearest? I'm sorry to see you go.
Ship's detached.
Hey, Dad.
We're clear.
Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called Haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds acceptable material.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
To what do I owe this pleasure? I think you should follow your own conscience, for I cannot be comfortable with either side gaining Crix's legacy. The Crimson Fleet do not deserve any sort of victory. They are turning this over to the UC and assisting them in eliminating. They can continue pretending as though they are morally superior, truthfully. My favorite person. I will be thinking about you.
Pressure normalized, and we're docked.
I would move the store. If there's anything you need, Are you sure you must go?
I screwed up, sir. I had the bogey in my sights and I just fumbled the controls.
The fleet started this war.
Don't beat yourself
We're
up,
gonna
kid.
finish it.
They were gonna know we were here, one way or the other.
Exactly. You'll get another shot. When the commander gives the order, that scout will wish he surrendered when he had the chance.
Scouts are just the beginning. Looks like the pirates want to dance. Yeah, it was. And you can Yeah, I thought you might. Even more impressive, you managed to do it without... That's more than I can say for myself. I was one of 4 pilots recruited for the program. At the time, I embraced the name. But even for an angel... We were testing prototype fighter ships. Experimental. The 4 of us were the... official word as I was transferred back to SysDef because I was so bored on that station. I spent all my when the time came for my test flight, the engine caught fire right after takeoff. Pretty much. And for some reason they let me fly a bird instead. People tell me all the time it's not my fault. I should be a dead man. Mole. Not sure. We had most of our birds in for maintenance when just bad timing, really. Ensign did a fancy yo-yo, though. Try not to forget who you are, okay? It'd break the commander's heart to have to hunt you down.
All this sneaking around.
Good work securing the legacy.
Every soldier here is ready to bring the fire. Time to show these pirates how SysDef does things. Fleet scouts popped up right when you jumped in. The station is
Let's
up.
put an end to this pirate scum once and for all.
Is that it? Is that Crix's legacy? Amazing. Ensign, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, that's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating. It just so happens we did. And with all that money, you could have set yourself up for life. But instead... Of course. I have a team of decryption experts from Galbank itself on standby.
I wasn't lying when I said that we had every contingency completely covered.
Well, I'm pleased you made the right decision. I wouldn't have enjoyed having to task our ships to hunt you down.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own.
There is little time then. Decisive action must be taken.
I've spent years studying the Crimson Fleet's tactics. Their decision is...
That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining our strategy.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. One hit, and we lose those fancy shields. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha. I need you to be my support.
Sadly, we didn't get as much support for this mission as I would have liked. There just wasn't enough evidence gathered.
We weren't able to convince MAS to lend us additional squadrons. They feel like they've committed too many resources already. That means we'll have to take out all 3 batteries ourselves.
It's unfortunate, yes. But we wouldn't be here if I didn't believe you could do it.
We've also given you a call sign, Renegade, to help coordinate our movements during the attack.
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the key and bring Delgado to justice. You won't come quietly. You do what you have to do. No, I don't. I don't send my people on suicide missions. Lieutenant Toft and I are confident you have what it takes to get the job done. Well, this is it. After years of planning, it all comes down to this moment. All my hopes and my best wishes go with you. Good luck.
If you have any last-minute questions, now's the time. Far enough you'll need to grav jump. I assume the fleet moved the batteries in order to have maximum coverage. I'd be willing to bet they shipped their track too, so we... Actually, the batteries were part of it. The UC built them to bolster the Key's defenses. They were worried about it. Since the Crimson Fleet is now using them to target the Vigilance, they're basically turning our own weapon against... Well done. That's a hell of a story. All that wealth, and the only thing he could do was... Any other fragments? Okay, fine. Keep your nose up and your weapons charged.
Shouldn't you be heading back to your ship? Simple, really. I've never been able to convince the top brass just... Even with Crix's legacy in our hands. The fact that the enemy came with the support ships the UC sent us, now we'll secure it here for now. And as for what happens to the money itself, that really isn't up to me. So, be careful. Delgado isn't going to take prisoners.
The fleet have done a lot of harm. Now
Indicators are green. We're free. Board's all green. Successful job.
All right, Alpha Squad. Follow Renegade's lead. Take out that battery.
Target's lost their grab drive.
And their grab drive is... Target's grab drive is down. So sorry, folks.
is dealing with your flagship as we speak. I wouldn't expect backup anytime soon. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet. Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down.
All ships, defensive formations.
comforting.
Once again, we are come.
Dinner takes all these difference, is it not?
Good one. You're not working out.
You can still fend them off. Just keep shooting.
You did this to me. I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead. Simple. If I step 1 foot outside. So either I wait here until I starve to death, or I walk away. Now that Sistef is here, the Crimson Fleet can't afford to have The moment the Vigilance arrived, Delgado pushed the button. Forgive me if I don't take you at your word, since you've been lying to me from the very beginning. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few times. Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. You owe me that much. As the fleet's reckoner, I didn't just deal with currency. And some of those people target members of the Crimson Fleet and have them sending those people misinformation and clogging up their slates with garbage. At this point, I can't blame Delgado for activating the bomb. If I was in his place, I'd do the same thing, without hesitation. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular ending. So why don't you just get out of my sight and let me die in peace? The bomb in my chest is expressly designed to punish me for my... The worst that could happen to the key would be After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, I believe you. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your tricks. The controls for the bomb are in the briefing room. If you can't disarm it, you can take me there.
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
end like this.
Came back to finish the job personally? Do you really think I'm I have had eyes on you since you blasted your way aboard the Key. And now, it's obvious. The game is over. Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Crix's legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice? Yeah, sure. Like Ikande. Give me a break. You'll be lucky if he... Looking out for number one, huh? So you did pick up some of my dirty habits. Maybe I taught you too well. You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of the best. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted. You don't even have the nerve to admit it. unbelievable. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our pact. You clearly never did. I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to SysDef takes you now. You and I both know that the moment I try to leave this state... No! I refuse to go out that way. If I am You're arrogant. No. I simply refuse. If this is truly the final chapter of the Crimson... and spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? Why would I do that? Better a painful death. So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. You got enough time for that, traitor? The reactor might have other plans. Sorry, Rook. You betrayed the... Came back to finish the... Talk sense into me? What the hell? Looking out for number... You know. And now you suddenly... For once in your... Well... It is obvious that no matter what I say, I have already locked down the key. Let's see how far... And spend the rest of my life in... So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. As is every member of the fleet. And if I give them all one more day, maybe we make it out of this. Fine. You win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead in the water anyway. But before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so. Go. You've taken everything else from me. The least you can do is give me a moment of peace.
I think you may be trying to take a... little too much on. Literally.
So you disarmed the bomb.
Weak.
Then, waste of time. For our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Hey, that shield upgrade we got on the Vigilance made a big difference in the battle.
Yes. We did the galaxy a huge favor by ending the fleet. Now that the fleet's done, I wonder where Mass will send the Vigilance next. There's a lot of bad apples out there.
Pardon? Some of the crew had doubts about you, but not
Reclaiming
anymore.
the key was a long time coming. Haha, we really took it to those pirate bastards. You saved not only the lives on this ship, but countless others across the galaxy.
It's good to be back in our own ship.
Have any new books for me?
What's
the way
new?
you handle things. Not bad. Not bad.
Clear. It's just us among the stars again, Captain.
Hell of a job, Renegade. The commander and the rest of the team are waiting for you in operations. Congrats.
We're done.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
A lot of heroes on this day. Speaking of which, here comes one now.
Good work taking out those pirates, Renegade. You know, I had my doubts about you. Once a criminal, always a criminal. You know how it is. But then I asked myself, as spectacular as I am, can I do what you do? And the answer was an emphatic no. See, I'm a great shooter, but a straight shooter. And that wasn't going to win this war. What we needed was someone standing on their side, with a boomerang gun. We needed someone whose bullets curved. No ride like a blindside. That's what I say. Anyway, you got a date with the commander. I figure he'll sprain something trying to pin the medals on your chest. But in all honesty, you deserve it. You saved the day, Renegade. Gonna be one hell of a party in your honor. The commander will probably want me chasing down Straggler. For now, I'd say we've all earned a little R&R. Stay frosty.
You saved not only the lives on this ship, but countless
I
others
would have
across
loved
the
to see the
galaxy.
look on those pirates' faces when they found out you were working for us.
Steph proud. Thank you.
I am grateful for our time together. Leaving so soon.
It takes a brave soldier to do what you did.
We did the galaxy
You
a
weren't
huge
just on the
favor
front
by
line,
ending
you
the
were a
fleet.
one-person army.
Great job. That shield upgrade we got on the Vigilance made a big difference in the battle. Once we pack it full of stray fleet. A lot of them
Word is, you pulled the rug right out from under those pirates. Serves them right.
There's still a lot of cleanup that needs to be done as we wind down.
Some of our soldiers have been tasked with patrolling the key.
Crimson Fleet is no more.
I drew the long straw.
You to thank.
Some of the crew had doubts about you. Not anymore.
We really defeated the Crimson Fleet. You, me, the Vigilance, they feel good. Granted, my part was very... Oh, very kind to say that. But yes, with the fleet gone, the... Goodbye.
I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I certainly would have preferred to have reached a resolution regarding her whereabouts. After all, she was the fleet's second in command.
Just watch your back. I'm fairly certain she's not going to
Let's not ruin the moment, Gillian. I'm sure our friend here is feeling quite pleased. You should be. What you've done to serve the UC in this short amount of time is more than most people could hope to do in their entire lives.
If Mast isn't already printing up a batch of recruitment posters with your face on them, they should be.
I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit.
Eliminating the fleet is reward enough. But I will certainly not complain about the extra credits.
Well, yes. But even if the money is ever returned to its rightful owner, and I believe it will, eventually, I'm sure they'd agree you deserve your share. Don't thank me yet. If it had been completely up to me, you'd get a lot more than they're giving you.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people, huh?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
Anything new to report? What can I do for you? That's right, since you're no longer undercover, you now have full access to our mission board. I'll have to take your word for it. I don't like keeping secrets myself, although I understand. To that end, if you're in need of anything ship-wise, no more bartering for scraps at the depot, you'll have full access to the best Mast will have the ultimate say, but we've petitioned to have it refurbished for SysDef use. But first, we'll need to perform an audit of the key's overall condition. If the site is deemed not up to code, we're better off destroying it. For now, we have a strike team dedicated to sweeping the area for explosives. After that's done, then we'll start the audit of the station. That's what I'm here for. It looks like it could use some Understood. Commander, seems out. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you.
You've come a long way from being a nameless prisoner in my brig. Still on hold until we can get the politics sorted. Some of the officials at Mast have brought up concerns about returning the legacy to a collective we were just at war with. And to be fair, their point is not without merit. There is also talk that the legacy could be a bargaining chip in any future peace talks. But regardless, two things will always be true. I will likely take a moment for myself. If not for them. Their remnants are still scattered across the galaxy, and beyond the Crimson Fleet, Pyrus. In other words, it's not time to retire just yet. Dismissed.
talking about this battle in the history slates.
Some of our soldiers have been tasked with patrolling the key. The brig's gonna be pretty crowded once we pack it full of stray fleets.
Soldier to do what you did.
A lot of them bolted. I can't believe it.
You weren't just on the front line.
We basically put an end to piracy.
You're the top gun on this ship. After what you've done, so long.
Sir, if I may speak freely, is there reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trench foot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered. All because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do, but if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
But you tracked in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial life forms, known and unknown, into my brig. These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this brig. On my brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum.
The brig's gonna be pretty crowded once we pack it full of straight.
Never thought I'd have the infamous Delgado in my brig. You must be one hell of a negotiator to have talked him down. Really? I know you were headed to the key, but I almost respect the fleet for doing that. I respect the principle of teaching one's history. When you connect the past with the future, you're trying to create. Ah, my apologies. I didn't mean to. But all that aside, give me your honor. Truth be told, my ancestor, and whether the history, which is why I'd like to hear Crix's side of it. Delgado will likely stand trial to answer for his crime. I'm sure some of the others will interrogate. My job is to, once we get planetside, we need to make sure the transport of these prisoners goes smooth. The job's not truly done until they're asked. Keep the floors and your nose clean and you can stay as long as you like.
This was a victory for the entire settled systems.
That brig's pretty cushy compared to some places I've been. Not most, but some. Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
Salutations.
I assume you're here to commemorate my terrible misfortune? Ah, yes, the infamous evidence. Bravo, detective. I must admit that I was short-sighted when it came to Ms. Oh, amused isn't the verbiage I'd choose to describe my friend. Well, as much as I detest being the bearer of... You see, this imprisonment is merely an In fact, I would wager that my legal team will have... I only had the time to... Do you honestly think that I'd embark on an endeavor? I can assure you, I won't be imprisoned. Indeed. Due to your actions, my tenure with Galbank has been terminated, and several million. The day is yours. Well, why shouldn't I? I was bested by your actions, therefore Well, enough idle banter. Honestly, this interaction has been quite good day. Perhaps you could provide me some space so I might be alone with my thoughts.
Hey, Rake. Word is the other prisoners don't like you much. What say I throw you in one of their cells?
You could. But then you'd lose access to the treasure I've got hidden away.
Nice try, Rake. We both know you're as poor as the pot you piss in. Reclaiming the key was a long time coming.